Hello YouTubes, today we take a look at Charlie and his impulse control outside, and stick to the end because I kind of lost my poop a little bit on somebody, but you'll see why. Don't forget to subscribe and click that little notification bell so you get more videos from us, and it's fun to see that you are becoming part of this group and this family, this pack, whatever you want to call it. So let's jump right into it. Does your dog look like this on his walk? It's disorganized, doesn't know where to go, and fundamentally doesn't even care that you're at the other end of the leash. Well, impulse control is really hard for dogs, especially during adolescence. And our friend Charlie here is definitely becoming an adolescent. So what we're going to do is basically show you how to train dogs who have reactivity in greeting, walking, whatsoever, and use reinforcement, not lures, to train their behavior and create some control and some direction for your walk. Let's get started. Without using lures, my colleague Randy is going to demonstrate how to teach a dog to control his impulses upon greeting. So every time Charlie jumps or walks forward, Randy will move backwards. If the dog stays still and put, then we move further on and get to pet the dog. Once you move backwards, if the dog starts to jump, you will move further away and repeat the process. So here Charlie demonstrates properly, jumps when you leave, wants to greet me. And so we're going to practice this over and over again. That's what you got to do. In the second version, it's how to greet people. So Charlie is coming forward and we're teaching him how to approach people in the proper way. So you can't approach jumping, you can't approach biting, you have to approach walking and being nice, then we can pet. Dog adolescence is really about running away. So here Randy demonstrates how to properly hold a leash so that the dog doesn't catch you off guard and spontaneously jerk or pull, thus, breaking the hold from your fingers. The wrist is a much better option. As I said before, adolescence is really about running away, and at this age, dogs don't really care. So here Charlie is going to use his weight by dropping down and then biting on his leash. Basically, he's just trying to go his own way. So we're there patiently waiting for him to get up, check in with his human, because after all, it's a human and dog walk, not just a dog walk. So this will take some time, and rightfully so, because we don't use lures. I want this dog to learn to make choices, and good choices at that. So we wait, we be patient. I always tell our clients, plan on going good, not on going far, because going far and pulling and lunging and being reactive and having poor impulse control is neither fun for the dog or you. And you can see Charlie stress yawn because he wants to do his thing, and we're telling him, no, that's not what you got to do. Make another choice. And that takes time. But when he does, we will be there to reinforce him. Absolutely, with treats or just moving forward. Moving forward for Charlie is something that he actually really wants. Now, when he does start walking, it's really important to not put tension on the leash, because this tension that we're demonstrating is going to teach Charlie to actually pull. And that's not what we want. We don't want Charlie to pull. So here we release the leash, and every time he pulls, we stop. That's why it took us an hour to walk down overall 6 houses, and again uses his weight, flops down, and refuses to walk. For the dog's understanding, it's really important to decide which side is the dog on a walk, on your left or on your right. Here the client decided right side was the best option, therefore we have to continuously remind the puppy you walk on the right side. Typical teen Charlie here wants to pick up everything on his walk, so we trained husbandry so that the owner can access his mouth at all times. We're being patient with Charlie, waiting for him to walk, and the owner is demonstrating how you can use the leash to prompt the dog up. However, if your dog is a leash puller, then this is counterintuitive. Don't tease the dog, just wait for him to go. You can encourage, come, but overall we're waiting. Again, we wait. Charlie wants to go his way, wants to go to his dog friend house, but we want to move forward back to the owner's home. And in front, you just saw that there are a few people there and they're walking around. So Charlie's highly distracted by this and wants to go greet them. So Randy moves out of the way so that we can focus on Charlie's training. Pay attention to the wrist. This is how we safely hold a leash. This way, if Charlie jerks, your fingers won't let go of the leash, dropping it, and then Charlie running away. This is the #1 problem with runaway dogs. Hold the leash on your wrist. When Charlie starts walking, the leash will be loose, and this is where we should reinforce. Now, we need to demonstrate what happens if the dog starts to pull. Then you're actually teaching it to walk under tension, and that's counterproductive. So when the leash is loose, reinforce. I know just how challenging this waiting game is. Here it was kind of like this too, but you see the corner of the street is right there. It's literally 4 houses away, and then we walked 2 houses down the street and came back in an hour. So you got to be patient, but overall you're teaching your dog to make good decisions, and that's really the key component of training without lures. Lures don't let dogs think. Now here Charlie's going to greet Randy. So he's going to jump on her and she's going to try to block him. He doesn't want to respect the blocking. So Randy gets up and walks away. That is not how we're going to interact, little man. So again, we're teaching Charlie to control his impulses. We will say hello. I will say hello. But when you sit and you're nice, then you're a good doggo. So the owner pets him and says he's a super good doggo. And then I'm going to extend my hand and approach. And he stays there. So a nice little, nose rub. All is good. Again, Charlie learned to control himself without using any lures. That's magical, isn't it?
Oh, we're training. We're training. Stop, stop, stop. Thank you. No, we're training. Ma'am, it's called respect. Making her dog fail.
Basically, I said this was very disrespectful because Charlie was failing and it was setting the owner up to failure as well. So you have to make your voice heard in these situations. Now, a baby carriage is going to pass by and you'll see Charlie's reaction. It's a work in progress. This is why we're there. We're helping the dog learn. But we're not using lures. We just prevent him from jumping. And then we'll say, good boy, you sat. You get a cookie. So letting the dog choose is really, really, really important in dog training. Impulse control is really hard for dogs. And if you saw in this video, I never use lures. I don't lie. I never use them. We don't need them. What we're doing is training the dog to think for itself, regardless if there's treats or not. Yes, treats are practical, but you see, it's not always about treats. Sometimes there's petting and sometimes just moving forward is a reward. So pay your dogs to think and they will open up a whole new level of behaviors you never even thought was possible. Thank you for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe and click that little bell so that you become part of our YouTubes. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye, doggos.